Out of the Box continues
on Q1043.
And welcome back as we say hi to one of our good friends who's been on the show a few times before, singer-songwriter Jesse Malin. Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. You got a cool album of covers, which we need to talk about, but we got to talk about Thursday night, the party at John Varvatos' new store, which is in the old CBGBs.
Yeah, it's wild. 315 Bowery, place we're all familiar with here in New York, now turned into a rock and roll version of that, of his clothing store. But yeah, it was crazy. I hadn't seen those D-Generation guys.
Yeah, you had a D-Generation reunion.
Yeah, it's been 10 years since we played together, and we just figured, 3 songs, put our toe in the water and have some fun, being that it was connected to CBs and that kind of history. They got D-Generation posters on the wall there, and some of the other alumni that played, Handsome Dick from the Dictators, and Ronnie Spector, Ian Hunter.
Unbelievable night,
really
man.
Cool
we were
bill.
all there. It was a late
Joan
night.
Jett.
Joan Jett, of course, and that store is really cool because John's definitely sort of preserving like the legacy, if you will, of a place that was like sort of like the ground zero of punk and new wave. So, which is fantastic.
I'd much rather see him than like a bank or a Starbucks. And, he sells records still and books and even turntables.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, not only are you a singer-songwriter, but you have a couple of bars here in New York now.
I like to drink occasionally.
Now, what are these places and where are they?
They're downtown below 14th Street. It was just something when I had my first band, D-Generation, we got some publishing money and I opened up this place, Coney Island High, and it was just, I went on tour, so I was never there and kind of lost a lot of money, but it was business school. And after D-Generation started to wind down, I got into the solo career and started to wear suits and fedoras and had this Sinatra, Shane MacGowan fantasy of having like a place to go hang with your friends when you're not playing music.
Sounds like a scene out of Swingers, maybe.
Yeah, well, something like that. I'd always heard that John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd had a bar somewhere down here, like the Blues Bar, and they would make like Cheetah Chrome bartend. And so me and some friends of mine, Johnny T, who's played with Ryan Adams and a bunch of people in town, he's actually the band that's playing with us this week, the Pop Girls, etc. We opened up Niagara. We've had that, and so we host all the bands that come to town, give them free drinks, and we have rock and roll DJs. As much as the neighborhood changes, we play punk and old school music. And,
right.
It was a building I grew up in. It used to be A7 when I was a kid. I was in Heart Attack, and
we
played there with the Bad Brains and Black Flag and all that.
I used to call it 7A sometimes, depending on the time of night. But
yeah,
it was A7.
how much you? 7A now is a restaurant, but
yeah.
And then recently I got an opportunity to do something on the Bowery. Funny enough, up the road from where we played last week by John Varvatos is a place called Bowery Electric, and that was with Mike from Brownies Hi-Fi and Johnny T as well. We did this other place, Bowery Electric. So we've been doing that a little bit, and it kind of works out for me because I can help set these places up, hang out there when I'm in town, and it's something I could go on tour and be away and make records and come back. And it's nice to have a place to host your friends. Your mother or father doesn't come down and say, turn it down. And, you pull the gates down and you can hang out and blast the music and watch people medicate themselves. Now, have a good time, I mean.
Well, last time you were here, we were talking about that great song you did with Bruce Springsteen, Broken Radio. That was a great song, man.
That was on the Glitter in the Gutter record, which I'm actually still touring behind.
Right, yeah. Well, the obvious question now is you're a songwriter, no shortage of new original material, so you have a new album of covers.
Yeah, it's just something I started flirting with the fans, joking about in the live shows. I'd always play some cover that was either, important to me at the time, like a new band like Hold Steady or something like Jim Croce's Operator, which, I heard with my father when I was a kid in the car on AM radio in New York, or, things in between like The Clash, Death or Glory. So we would talk about it. I kept getting emails, when are you going to do the covers record? When are you going to do it? And over the holidays, I knew we'd still be working the Glitter record through this summer, so I wanted to just go in and put out like a small little, make it in a week type of project, like a mixtape, really. I mean, it's a schizophrenic mix. Like I said, it goes from the Kills and the Flaming Lips all the way to Elton John, but all the thread is that it's songs that are close to my heart.
And you even do this one song that was in Midnight Cowboy.
Everybody's Talking, yeah.
Everybody's Talking, originally done by...
Well, it was made famous by Harry Nilsson.
Harry Nilsson,
recorded originally and written by Fred Neil. There's a lot of mix-up. My father thinks it's Glenn Campbell, but...
Well, you got a show coming up at the Bowery Ballroom here in the city, April 26th, right?
Yes, Saturday night in the hometown.
So let's do this. Let's pick a song off this new CD of covers and tell us why this song in particular is on this album, and then we'll play it.
I'm going to pick a song called Russian Roulette, which is by a kind of obscure band called Lords of New Church that came out in 1982.
Remember them well? Yeah.
From England, and I heard this song a lot on WLIR. It's probably out of business, but it was a station out in Long Island when I was a kid.
I think it's Spanish now, but I used to work there when it wasn't.
Oh,
when
yeah.
it wasn't Spanish.
And it's a mix of Stiv Bators from the Dead Boys and Brian James from the Damned, but the song has a very cinematic thing. I'm very influenced in my writing by movies, whether it's Scorsese, Cassavetes, Francis Ford Coppola, and this song deals with Vietnam, but via Raging Bull, via Deer Hunter. I'm putting on weight for the Oscar, playing Russian Roulette. That's the song.
Well, it's Jesse Malin. The new album is On Your Sleeve is the name of it. Some very cool covers on here, and of course your show coming up April 26th at the Bowery Ballroom. So we'll see you there, and thank you so much for coming by, man.
Thank you for having me.
It's Jesse Malin out of the box on Q1043.